What's going on YouTube? So today I got arms, and you'll notice it's another late workout. Tuesdays and Wednesdays for me are my pretty late days. I work late those days, so I don't really have much time to go to the gym beforehand, so I like to just know that I can just go after. So that's why, again, Planet Fitness really comes in handy on these days, because that 24-hour access. I definitely could probably squeeze a quick workout in before work, but I don't really like the feeling of being rushed for my workouts. I like knowing that I have the time if I need the time, especially on days where I need to warm up a little bit more. Today, I don't really need to warm up too much. I mean, it's just arms, but like yesterday, I had chest, and I need a pretty lengthy warm up for that, especially since I was injured. But anyway, let's talk about arms. The past few arm days, I've been going from triceps to biceps and like kind of flipping every 2 sets, or every 2 workouts I'd flip. Instead of doing all triceps and then all biceps, I would go like back to back, which has been feeling really, really nice. And I've been really liking that full arm pump the entire workout. So that's really nice for me. So I'm gonna probably stick to doing that for a little while. Yeah, so I'll probably start with the rope extensions again. Those felt phenomenal last time. Just like with full tricep strength, being able to really get a good stretch and squeeze at the bottom, rather than starting with like heavy bar extensions. Because on the bar, you can definitely load up more weight and build up really big fatigue on there. But there's something about starting with that rope, which also translated to an amazing pump. For me, with bodybuilding, I kind of just go by feel. Like, I'm not going to go into the gym and say, oh, I'm going to 100% do this and do this every single workout, because I feel like if that doesn't feel good, then you're going to mentally mess yourself up. So I go into it with more of like an open aspect, where I'm not going to just do something because I think that's what I need to do. I'm going to do something because I know that's what feels good. You know, like, I feel like quads is a big example of that, because a lot of people say, oh, back barbell squats are the best quad builder. And in my opinion, I agree that it's a great quad builder. Would I say it's the best? No, because I think that's an opinion, you know, like, Nick Walker has some crazy quads. He does not back squat. He is very verbal that he just hack squats and leg presses. So you could build an extremely good muscle by doing something that just feels good for you. You know, everyone's different. Some people might get a crazy good connection on back squats and that's their best quad builder. So I just feel like you shouldn't just listen to what someone else has to say. You kind of have to find what works for you. You know, like, if for me, friggin' single arm extensions are the best tricep builder for me, then that's the best one for me. But you don't have to listen to me and do it for yourself. You kind of have to feel it out and feel what fatigues you the most and what contributes to the most growth for you. Because I'll tell you, for me at least, like, an example would be for my quads. I noticed that my quads grew more from hack squatting than barbell back squatting, because I could target my quads more and get more quad focused tension on hack squats rather than the barbell back squats. Because with barbell back squats, I was hitting a lot of my hamstrings just with the way my proportions are, with how long my legs are, and like just the positioning of how to squat for me. Because everyone's got different proportions in the end of the day. Like, someone could be 5'5" and a little, like, someone could be shorter than another person and get better activation on one movement than the other movement, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, basically all I'm trying to say is that you got to find something that works for you. Just because it works for person A doesn't mean it's going to work for person B. You know, it all comes down to how you can connect with the movement and get the best possible pump from it. So enough of that said. Topic at hand is arms. So definitely going to start off with some extensions. And I think I'm going to do more overhead extensions this time than just regular extensions, because I really want to start growing the long head of my triceps back here. So I'm definitely going to be doing more skull crusher movements today. So yeah, that's for tricep talk. Now, bicep talk. Last week, I absolutely hated that I did the kettlebell curls, and I'm definitely not doing them again. So I'll probably just do regular dumbbell curls. I would do a barbell curl, but the only barbells Planet Fitness has only go up to like 60 pounds. So that's definitely not enough to start with. Can I end with that? Absolutely. So I might end with a barbell curl. But yeah, the past couple bicep workouts, I started with cables. I might switch back to starting with dumbbells and then transition to cables later. But again, we'll see how I'm feeling in the gym, and we'll see what I end up doing. But it's getting really late now, so I'm gonna head over, and I'll see you for the first work set of triceps. What's going on, everybody? So right here is the first exercise choice of the day for triceps. Like I mentioned in the car, I wanted to start with some rope extensions. These felt really, really nice here. As you can see, I'm kind of spreading the rope apart at the bottom just to get a little extra tricep squeeze at the end. Now, when I start to fail the lockout or fail that little extra like pulling apart of the ropes at the bottom, that doesn't mean the set's over for me. I'm going to still try to squeeze out a few partials or try to bring the rope down without separating it. Only got about 10 reps there, so I wanted to do a little drop. Again, my mindset with drop sets, if you remember from the previous videos, is I don't like to drop it too much. I like to drop it just enough to squeeze out a few more reps because I don't want the set to turn into a 30 rep set. I kind of want to just drop it enough to be able to squeeze out only like maybe 5 more reps. So that was it for the rope extensions. I did 3 sets there. Now I moved over to some straight bar extensions. Again, I'm really just trying to target my triceps the entire time. I'm trying to keep my shoulders down and try to just target the triceps. I don't want any chest activation or back activation when I'm doing these. So I'm keeping my arms in a stable position, and the only thing that's moving are my forearms to extend the triceps. I really don't want to lean forward too much. I mean, I'm leaning forward a little bit right now just because I'm trying to push out a few more reps, but I'm just really trying to isolate those triceps. Right here is the second work set of straight bar extensions. I recorded all 3 sets just to show you the difference between them all. Right here, again, I'm going nice and slow, getting a real good squeeze, coming up slow to get a nice stretch, and right back down. Constant tension is key for me. This set happened to be a rest pause set, and if you don't know what a rest pause set is you do maximal reps, so you go to failure, and then you take a 20-second rest just to have your triceps or any muscle that you're working recuperate just enough to then again go to failure. So you'll see I hit failure there. Now I'm resting for 20 seconds, really just trying to focus on my breathing and resting my triceps enough. Then I'm going to go right back in for another set till failure. I've recently been only doing 2 rounds of a rest pause. I used to do 3 rounds, but 2 has felt really, really good for me. And see, I'm just able to do a few more full reps just to get a little bit more tension on the triceps. Rest pauses are really, really good to add in if you don't have someone to spot you and you want to push past failure. Right here is the third work set. For these, I didn't do a rest pause, but you will see a little shift in the form, you could say. So right here, I feel like is the hardest form. You know, you're staying upright, constant tension on the triceps. And then once the reps started to get hard, you'll see I kind of move my feet back and lean forward more. And this kind of simulates slightly like a skull crusher when you look at the actual movement patterns. But it's a way to kind of, for me at least, to squeeze out a few more reps without even dropping the weight. It just makes the motion a little bit easier. So you'll see right here, kind of like a skull crusher when you think about it, but it's a good way to squeeze out a few more reps without even dropping any weight. Give these a shot if you want to try something new. Just finished up the set there. Now, like I said in the car, I'm going from triceps to biceps. I'm not going to do all triceps at once and then all biceps. I'm kind of doing a little like flip-flop for this workout. For the first work set for biceps, I'm doing some straight bar cable curls. Again, on these, I'm trying to get a really good squeeze at the top. Like I'm really trying to squeeze my biceps. Like I'm almost hitting like a bicep flex in a sense. And I feel like you should definitely be doing that when training biceps is don't just curl it, but really try to flex your bicep at the top. Get a better pump that way, and you'll definitely see some more growth. All right, so I failed there. I think I did a drop set here. And whenever I do a drop set on these curls, I kind of move my hands a little bit closer in just to hit a little different angle of the bicep. Um, Again, I like training curls in all different variations. I like doing a wide grip sometimes, a neutral grip, like just shoulder width, and then a little bit less than shoulder width, just to really pump the whole entire bicep up. Right here is the I think third set of cable curls. I didn't record all three of them, but again, getting a really good squeeze, coming down slow, right back up for another good squeeze. When I can't go all the way up, that doesn't mean the set's over. Again, partials are crucial in my opinion. You really should be doing them. Just because you can't get the full rep doesn't mean you are like done for this set. You could definitely still squeeze out a few partials and get more blood to that muscle. It's all about the intensity that you push. All about the intensity that you put into the movement. And the more intense you go, the more growth you will experience. So now I'm moving over to a seated cable curl machine. Not a huge fan of how this machine is built for my proportions of my body. I feel like my arms are longer, and it didn't feel great on the on the movement of the machine, but the bicep pump was still great from these. Definitely fatigued me. If you notice, my feet are hovering. And I notice sometimes, even on chest movements, when I don't have my feet on the ground, I get a better connection to the muscle. Because I feel like a lot of times when you're struggling, you push your feet on the ground, and it kind of takes tension off your biceps indirectly. I feel like so if you hover your legs, in my opinion, I think it puts more tension on your biceps. So you could give that a shot if you'd like. I'm just finishing up here. I did a drop set, squeezing out a few more reps. And that's it for the first round of biceps. Now I'm moving back over to some triceps. Planet Fitness has 2 dips machines. If you've seen previous arm workouts here, I use the yellow one. But honestly, I love this one a lot more. The handles on it feel much better. And the seat is more angled, so I feel like I can hit more of my triceps this way. These feel really, really nice. My home gym doesn't have this piece of equipment, so I really love to use it whenever I go to Planet Fitness. It's excellent. When you're doing these, really try to push through your palms and really try to target only your triceps. You do not want to use much of your chest on here. I know it can easily be used, but again, choose a light enough weight to really focus on the triceps. Don't go too heavy because then your chest might kick in to activate. Your chest might start to get some activation. Finishing up over here. And then I'm going to move over to my skull crushers to finish. I've explained this before, but just in case if you're a new viewer, this is actually a row machine. But I looked at it the other day and was like, well, if I just sit on it backwards and use the cables as like a skull crusher, I was thinking it might work. And let me tell you, this is my absolute favorite skull crusher variation. And if you go to Planet Fitness and have this piece of equipment, I highly suggest you try these out. They feel really, really nice. It's almost like a skull crusher machine when you think about it. I believe here I got about 8 reps by myself, and now I'm just self-spotting. Self-spotting is a great way to push past failure. And yeah, switch over to the next arm now. Just a little piece of advice about this if you do give it a shot at your gym. Don't try to do both handles at the same time. The cable isn't long enough, so you have to do the single arm on this machine. I guess when you use both cables at the same time, the cable isn't long enough, like I've said. But yeah, again, on these, I'm trying to get a really good squeeze at the top and then come right back down. Again, constant tension is key. I'm not going to hold it down for too long because then all that tension on my tricep is going to be lost. Once I feel that burn, I like to just keep pushing just to force all the blood into the muscle. After these, I moved over to the last sets of biceps. Sorry, I had a little bit of a brain fart. Yeah, so this is the last few sets of biceps. I only did one more exercise to finish them off. I did 5 sets of dumbbell curls. Right here, I got the 50s in each hand, and I believe I got 10 reps. And then once I couldn't do any more just regular rotating curls, I supersetted it with some hammer curls. I find that hammer curls are much easier for me. So what I'll do is I'll go all out on regular dumbbell curls like you see me doing here. And then once I can't get a full squeeze at the top,
instead of being done, I'll just switch over to some hammer curls and get a little bit of that brachialis work in as well. Again, I normally do two exercises switch, but I only did one exercise for the bicep finisher because these felt really good, and I did 5 sets over here. I went pretty heavy on these as a finisher, and which was a little different. I normally try to lighten the weight towards the end, but they felt really, really nice. So yeah, that's it for the arm workout. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the car.
What's going on, everybody? So I just wrapped up my arm workout and forearm workout. All in all, amazing workout today. I ended up starting with cable curls, even though I said I was going to start with more dumbbells. But honestly, I finished with dumbbells and they felt phenomenal. My mindset was to try to go as heavy as I could, even in the end, just to really just burn out and get the best possible pump at the end of the workout as possible. I don't know, normally I don't finish heavy, but it actually felt pretty good today. So I'm happy about that. Triceps, they felt phenomenal. I did more sets of triceps today than biceps because I wanted to really target the long head. And the one exercise that I did was actually on a row machine. I explained this in the last video, but I was thinking when I looked at it, I was like, I could probably do skull crushers if I lean against the chest pad. If I just put my back against it and just grab the cables and like do the normal skull crusher motion. And honestly, that is probably one of the best skull crusher movements I've done in my entire life. Honestly, they feel great. There's no stress on my shoulders. It just constantly targets the tricep the entire set. So I did 5 sets over there, and 6. I think I did 5 sets over there, and I did 9 total sets of push down. So all in all, I did probably about 14 work sets for triceps and 11 for biceps, which I'm fine with. Arms were pumped and they felt great. Aside from the workout, I tried to talk in the gym for a few of the sets, but my mic wasn't working. It was like I could hear myself when I was close to my phone, and then I'd walk away and it wouldn't work. So I came to the car and I was testing it out a bunch of times, and it worked 2 times and then it didn't work. And I was like, I'm doing the same exact thing every time I test it. I don't know what's going on. It's also 12:30 in the morning, so I'm a little tired. I might be just being an idiot, but I have it on now. I don't know if it's working or not, but I'm sure you could still hear from just the normal mic on the phone. But yeah, anyway, I'll try to figure this out and hopefully get more talking in the gym rather than just a voiceover. That's the ultimate goal of the videos, is I want to be able to talk in the gym as well. But yeah, arms, absolutely great today. You can't go wrong with an arm day. Really, you can't. It's one of the best days. But yeah, triceps were feeling great right off the bat with those rope push down, or with the rope extensions. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, I also did that one seated bicep curl machine that Planet Fitness has, and I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm probably not going to do it again, but it did feel nice for the few sets that I was over there for. But I wanted to do the seated preacher curl, but it was taken, so I decided to do that instead. Still contributed to a great pump. So yeah, I'm gonna head home now. I got one more meal, and I'll see you tomorrow for some back, rear delts, and abs. See you then. Peace out, guys.